وأتشرف بأن أعطي الكلمة لسيادة الأمين العام. سيادة الأمين العام.
Monsieur le Président, Mesdames et Messieurs les chefs d'État de gouvernement, Monsieur le représentant, Monsieur le Président, je vous présente mes sincères félicitations de votre entrée en fonction. Je vous souhaite plein succès et tiens à vous assurer que mon soutien vous est acquis. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we gather each and every September in a solemn rite. We come to reaffirm our founding charter, our faith in fundamental principles of peace, justice, and human rights, and equal opportunity for all. We assess the state of the world, engage on the key issues of the day, lay out our vision for the way ahead. This year, the opening of the general debate of the 64th session of the General Assembly asked us to rise to an exceptional moment. Amid many crises, food, energy, recession, and pandemic flu hitting all at once, the world looks to us for answer. If ever there were a time to act in a spirit of renewed multilateralism, a moment to create a United Nations of genuine collective action, it is now. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, now is our time, a time to put the united back into the United Nations. United in purpose, united in action. First, let us make this year that we, United Nations, rise to the greatest challenge we face as a human family, the threat of catastrophic climate change. Yesterday, 100 heads of state and government set out the next steps toward Copenhagen. They recognize the need for an agreement all nations can embrace, in line with their capabilities, consistent with what science requires, grounded in green jobs and green growth, the lifeline of the 21st century. Our road to Copenhagen requires us to bridge our differences. I firmly believe we can. Second, let this be the year that nations united to free our world of nuclear weapons. For too long, this great cause has lain dormant. That is why, last October, I proposed a 5-point proposal for putting disarmament back on the global agenda. And now, the international climate is changing. The Russian Federation and the United States have pledged to cut their nuclear arsenals. This coming May, at the United Nations Review Conference on the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, we have an opportunity to push for real progress. Tomorrow's historic Security Council summit, chaired by the President of the United States, with us for the first time, offers a fresh start. With action now, we can get the ratifications to bring the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty into force. Together, let us make this the year we agreed to banish the bomb. Third, in our fight against world poverty, let this be the year we focus on those left behind. Some speak of green shoots of recovery, but we see red flags of warning. Our recent report, Voices of the Vulnerable, highlights a new crisis. The near poor are becoming the new poor. An estimated 100 million people could fall below the poverty line this year. Market may be bouncing back, but incomes and jobs are not. People are angry. They believe the global economy is stacked against them. That is why we have put forward a global jobs pact for balanced and sustainable growth. That is why we are creating a new global impact vulnerability alert system, GVAS, giving us real-time data and analysis on the socioeconomic picture around the world. We need to know who is being hurt and where, so we can best respond. That is also why next year at this time, we will convene a special summit on the Millennium Development Goals. With only 5 years to go, we must mount a final push toward 2015. Rightly, we put women and children at the fore. UNICEF reports a 28% decline in child mortality over the past 2 decades. We can hope for similar progress on maternal health and mortality. The prevention of sexual violence against women must be a top priority. Let us agree, these acts are an abomination. Leaders of every nation are personally accountable when such crimes are committed within their borders. When women die in childbirth, when they are raped as a weapon of war and have nowhere to turn, we of the United Nations cannot look the other way. And that is why, just recently, you agreed to create a single agency to address women's issues. We have never been more empowered to empower women.